Good morning, everybody. It's September 10th, 2022, and it's time to put some neon orange paint on the headstock of the Behringer modification transformation guitar. It's a little rainy outside, but I think I can get away with just doing the headstock, and usually the headstock I want to have cure a lot longer so that way I can put my headstock logo. So let's put some neon orange and see what happens. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right. First coats of neon orange have been applied to the headstock, and it's looking killer. I mean, I don't know if you can see the light. Let's see, compared to yellow, but wow, or but compared to red, that is cool. That is pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to touch up in the truss rod cover hole, of course, because I couldn't get there with the spray. So I'll put some white in there and then I'll touch it up with some orange, or maybe not. I mean, I think anyway, we'll see. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. That's what the body's going to be like. So, and then of course this is flat, so I'm going to put 2K clear coat over the top of this. So it's going to be very glossy, but wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it didn't have any paint reactions. Wasn't the smoothest of paints. I mean, microscopics, you know. But looks pretty good. But yeah, it's gonna look pretty awesome with those inlays and everything like that, and really worked out with the bone nut there. So that's cool. So all right, so we're gonna get to work on the little bits we got to cut out there. So I'm gonna get everything prepared outside. I'll do the Dremel tool. I'll probably hang it from the hanger outside and slowly, carefully etch away that material there. Shouldn't take too long. It shouldn't be that bad. So it is a little bit rainy today, so I don't know how much more painting we're gonna do, but just as a start, that's pretty cool. It really doesn't look that orangey through the phone because I'm looking at it through the phone, but in person it is super bright orange. Yeah, so it was the same way with the neon green on the Bengal, first act Bengal Tiger. But anyway, alright, so we'll see when I get everything set up outside. See you in a bit. I got everything set outside. I'm still getting over how awesome that orange looks. Got the Dremel tool queued up. Get my cutting bit on there. Alright, fingers crossed everything goes well. I'm going to try to chip away at that and try to make it perfect so that push-pull pot will fit nice in there. So, alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I decided that the hanger's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to get the leverage, so fingers crossed we don't mess anything up. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. We could always fix it if we do, so anyway, alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, it's going to be a good day today. It's successful. We are straight on. And I did the cavity, so we're perfect. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Which I hope I can without scarring the pet. And we were able to Dremel out the little section without any flaws to the finish. I'm still gonna have to sand that little bit there, but other than that, we are good to go. Alright, let me go put this back on the hanger and then assess, and then we'll be right back. Alright, see you in a little bit. Alright, because I had such good success, I'm feeling pretty confident. For some reason, I think we're go for neon orange paint on the body. We can always sand it, and if something dramatic happens, we could always sand it and keep applying coats until we get the coat we want. But I'll tell you what, I'm feeling pretty confident, so let's blow this body off real good and start applying some coats of neon orange on this guitar body. Oh man, I can't wait. Alright, it's gonna look spectacular. We'll see you in a little bit, fingers crossed. Alright, another quick update. Having more paint fun, but this time it's with the Krylon. Man, I tell you, I just got finished sanding, so I guess we put 2 cans of the neon paint on here already, the Krylon, and it was shooting out these little balls and the dust when you shoot one section. the other side would accumulate all this dust, and then when you try to sand the dust, it would leave little divots in the finish. So I've been spending the last couple hours getting this last round. I gotta go do some domestic duties here. Hold on a second, got sneezed. Excuse me. And then gonna swing by the old Ace Hardware and pick up some Rust-Oleum fluorescent orange. Hopefully they have a can. And hopefully one can will be enough. So there we go. Having fun. Headstock went okay. Headstock went pretty good, but not so much on the body. And a little discolored thing here. I just crazy stuff. All right, so we'll see you in a little bit. Having fun. All right, how's everybody doing? I'm back. I'm not giving up. This will not defeat me. I already had to buckle with the glitter paint, and this is the base coats. I used 2 cans of the Krylon, and now I went to the Ace Hardware. I had this in some hot water. I've been shaking it. The guy at the Ace Hardware said that he had similar experience painting his truck. 1 case of paint just went on smooth, and the next case he had to sand because it was doing like the globular dealy. Which, I mean, overall, this paint looks pretty cool, but I'm going to sand it again, and then we're going to go with the, this might actually be brighter, which I'm hoping. It looks like it's a different color than the, let's see, let me retrieve out of the trash, the Krylon. This will be a side-by-side comparison. I look like same color, except for this looks like a glossy kind of color. And this is more flat, which that was definitely flat. All right, we'll sand it a little bit and blow it off really good. Hopefully the rain holds out. Wish me luck. It's been very stressful for dealing with this. I hope this paint turns out amazing. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's September 11th, 2022, and it's Sunday, and it's time to work on the headstock logo for the Behringer transformation modification guitar build. And I've got the Cricut machine out, and I'm working on the logo. Got the logo, a couple of different version sizes, and we're going to apply it to the headstock, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll be right back. So, alright, the headstock logo went on well. I'm not going to do a made in the USA. I'm going to keep it simple on this one, but I am going to put a black border on the outline since how there's black in the body itself. So let me do that with a fine tip, got a fine tip Sharpie, or a fine tip paint marker and Sharpie. And fingers crossed that goes well. We'll see how that goes. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, turned out perfect. Awesome. Alright, so it's been a kind of a rainy day, but next kind of sunny day where humidity's kind of low, we'll put some 2K clear coat on the neck and on the body, and we'll make it look pretty sweet. And I'm going to show you how the body turned out. I did a few touch-ups, and I tell you, it's been kind of a struggle to get this paint on this guitar correct, but I mean, it looks pretty good. It's not 100%, but you know, I'm hoping the clear coat will make it perfect, but I'll show you that in a second. Okay, be right back. Alright, it's had some time to dry. I did sand it a little bit here and there. On the Rust-Oleum, when the 2K clear coat hits this, it's gonna make it look wet, and it's gonna make everything uniform. I did sand a little bit on there just to kind of flatten, and it's looking pretty good. So in the front, there's a couple spots that are a little bit lighter per se, like under the bridge there, and a little spot, but overall, I mean, it's been such a battle to put this paint on there. And I noticed with the Rust-Oleum, it was shooting out. You know, every time you spray it, get really close. But me being nitpick, from afar, it looks perfect. I mean, once the clear coat goes on there, it's going to look awesome. It's going to be glossy, and it's all going to be uniform. But just in general, me being the stickler I am for perfection, the Rust-Oleum was like shooting out these little black bits of, and I think it was in the paint, and it's just little black specks in the neon paint. And I guess most of the time this paint isn't used for this purpose in general. This paint is more or less used for just crafts and people that are just not, I mean, it doesn't, it's a temporary thing. It could be for like decoration, like Christmas or something like that, or Halloween or some sort of holiday. But it looks pretty good. Yeah, digging that color. Like I said, it's not the sparkling blue color that we initially planned, but I think this will work out fine. I think once the 2K clear coat goes over it, it's going to make it uniform enough to where it's going to be very good, and it's going to look awesome. So yeah, and I did coat the side note. I did coat the headstock with the Krylon paint, and it turned out perfect. And then working the body, and you really can't even notice the color. There is a slight color difference between the headstock and the body, but not enough to really. I mean, I'm not going to try to repaint the headstock to match the exact color of the Rust-Oleum, because it's really not that big a difference. I mean, it's just a little bit of a shade, a little lighter shade per se. And I think the body itself, once the gloss goes on there, yeah, like you can't even tell from certain angles that the color is a little different. But like I said, me being a stickler for detail, like, you really can't see the color being extremely different. I mean, they're both, the neon orange or the fluorescent orange color. Hold on a second, let me put this down. So, alright, so, yeah, see, let me see. It's a better representation, because this neon is, it's like the other paints. It's different color in certain light situations. Like you see there, the paints look identical. To me, anyway. I mean, they might look a little oranger. The body might look just a hair oranger in tint than the neck itself, but like I said, I don't think it'll be that big a deal. They're both fluorescent orange, and it's very close. So, yep, next suitable paint day, we'll paint 2K clear coat, and then also we'll start working on the Serpent Sting number 2 guitar, where I'll be sanding this paint and adding the anodized color to it, so it's going to look pretty cool. And we're going to be starting the Devil Horns hand guitar. Probably start that today, which is pretty cool. I did get the neck for the Ninja Warrior number 3 guitar. It's over there. So we've got these 4 working on. So I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be, yeah, it's been somewhat stressful, not to be long-winded again, but stressful getting the paint on that body. Some of these weird, unusual paints, like that red right there on that guitar there, I mean, it just went on so smooth and effortless. And same thing with the paints, like on these other guitars, even the purple, the yellow, the black and such. All these guitars, some guitars are a lot easier than others, but certain cans of paint, I don't know, I got to figure out. The guy at the Ace, I mentioned before in a past video clip, said you got to shake it really well, but I don't think that. I think it's just a matter of consistency and paint, because this paint's only $10 a can, so how much glamour. But there's one thing I did discover, and I hope to try it out soon. Walmart makes a paint brand, and I'll show more of that when it comes out, but they make a lime green paint. And I do have the Ninja Warrior number 3 guitar, which is this body shape right here, that I was planning on doing in neon green. Similar to that, but the neon lime green. But I'm not going to go through the headache and the hassle that went through just to get to that basic, not perfect kind of color that I'm just gonna be satisfied with. But I look for perfection, so I want the perfect. Did try painting the fluorescent color on this guitar, the Infectious Toxic Waste guitar, and you see how that turned out. I let my anger get the best of me, but actually that guitar turned out pretty cool. But I want to get that same sort of popping neon green color, but that's another video. But alright, so we'll let this cure until the weather. It might be this afternoon, it might be another day, but we'll apply the 2K clear coat, and like I said, I got the logo, so that's pretty cool. Now see, in the camera it looks definitely oranger. We're looking at it directly from the camera to the actual physical color, and it looks different. So I guess it's just a matter of perception. And I know cameras don't pick up colors exactly the same. So, but all right. So hope everybody's having a good day, and we will see you soon. All right, and another progress update on the Behringer modification transformation build. And this is the second can of 2K clear coat, and as you can see, the headstock is definitely improved. And it's because, you know, I put the second can because had the fail with the Ninja Warrior the Serpent Sting #2 guitar, so I had to put that paint somewhere, and then, you know, because that 2K paint, it only, you know, once you mix the hardener with the paint, you only have a day or so before it hardens in the can, so you have to use it. So, but yeah, the body did turn out a lot better. Wow, look at that. Yeah, let's see if I can. I'm pretty sure I can do this one hand. Yeah, I just wanted to show you the difference in the texture of the paint. Wow. Yeah, second layer of 2K definitely makes the difference. So, look at that. It's just so cool. Wow. Yeah. Turned out really well. Wow. Alright. And that'll conclude progress for a little while. I'm going to let this cure for a day or two, or probably longer than that, because since I got 2 layers and when I assemble it. But I got the pickguard ready to go up there and all the rest of the parts in the other room. So, alright. Hope everybody's having a good night. And that is definitely neon orange. Cool. So that gives me a little faith that I might be able to do the Ninja Warrior #3 guitar in the neon green like I wanted to. But I'm going to try the paint from Walmart, which is, I think it's called a Slice of Lime or something like that. It's called Sure Shot or something like that. So, alright, we'll see.